Alright, we're going to start talking about some word problems. So one of the first things that we need to do is we need to write let statements. Then we need to use those to write out expressions. Then we need to carefully translate the information into an equation. Then we need to solve the equation and then check for reasonableness to make sure that it makes sense. So we're going to start off with an easy one. The sum of a number and 5 more than the number is 17. What is the number? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to experiment with some numbers. So let's say that we have a number, and we're going to pick number 2. So the sum of a number and 5 more than the number. So the sum of a number and 5 more than a number is 17. So 2 plus 7 equals 17. Well, does 9 equal 17? No, so 2 cannot be the number. So we need to think about going through, and we need to find what that actual number is. So let's let x equal the number, okay? So there's our let statement. X is the number. So an equation. So the sum of a number, and 5 more than the number is 17. Now we need to solve the equation. So x plus x is 2x plus 5 equals 17. Subtract 5, 2x equals 12. Divide by 2, and x equals 6. So now we need to check for reasonableness. If I have 6 plus a number that's 5 more than 6, is that equal to 17? Yes, 6 plus 11 equals 17. So now we need to figure out which one of these equations matches the information we're given. The difference between, so we need to find a subtraction sign. So this one has subtraction, this one has a subtraction, this one has a subtraction, this one has a subtraction. Twice a number. Okay, so twice a number, twice a number, twice a number, twice a number. And a number that is 5 more than it. And a number that is 5 more than it. Well, this one is saying that the difference is between a number and 2n plus 5, so that one's not it. This one is not saying that a number and 5 more together, so it's not that one. And this one is, the 2n was listed first, so it can't be listed second. So it has to be 4, and here's where that makes sense. The difference between twice a number and a number that's 5 more than it is 3. The modeling process can become much more complicated with the information becomes more convoluted. Let's work with one particular age problem next. So Evie and her father are comparing their ages. At the current time, Evie's father is 36 years older than her. 3 years from now, Evie's father will be 5 times her age at that point. How old is Evie now? Before we start to work with setting up variables, expressions, and equations, let's do some guess and check work. So try a few ages for Evie now and see if any are correct. So let's say that Evie is 10. So Evie's father is 36 years older than her. So 10 plus 36, which means that her father is 46. 3 years from now, Evie's father will be 5 times her age at that point. So we're going to take 10 plus 3 and 5 times that to find her father's age, which would be 13 times 5. 13 times 5 is 65. So is it true that 46 to here should only be 3 years from now? That does not make sense. So it can't be 10. You could try other numbers if you'd like. But we're going to set up some let statements. So E is going to be Evie's age, and F is going to be her father. So her father is Evie's age plus 36, so her age now. And her father 3 years from now should be Evie's age 5 times Evie's age plus 3. So what we're going to do now is we are going to plug, this F is going to be the same as this F. So if this is what F equals by itself, we can plug it in here. So Evie plus 36 plus 3 is the same thing as 5 times E, so 5E plus 15. So Evie plus 39 equals 5 times Evie plus 15. We need to solve for E. So in order to solve for E, I'm going to move all of this up here. I now have E plus 39 equals 5E plus 15. We need to get E's on the same side, so subtract 1E, subtract 1E, and now I have 39 equals 4 times E plus 15. Subtract 15, and now I have 24 equals 4 times Evie's age. Divide by 4, and Evie is 6 years old. So Evie is 6 years old. And her father, if you look at the equation right here, it's Evie's age plus 36. So 6 plus 36 is 42 years old, which would make a lot more sense. All right, looking at this next one, so we are going to have J is Jim, K is Kirk. So Jim all right, so you'll notice what I did here. So Kirk has 12 less dollars than Jim. That's this equation here. The next equation, where if Jim spends half his money, so that's Jim's money divided by 2, then and Kirk spends none, then Kirk will have 2 more dollars than Jim. So what we're going to do is we are going to plug J minus 12 in for the K right here. So it becomes J divided by 2 equals J minus 12 plus 2. And now we're going to solve for J. So J divided by 2 equals J minus 10. So now we need to get, the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of that divided by 2 over here. So I'm going to divide everything by 2. So it becomes J equals 2 times J minus 20. We're going to add 20 to both sides. So now I have 20 plus 1J equals 2J. Subtract 1J. And we get that 20 equals J. So if Jim equals $20, Jim has $20, then Kirk is 20 minus 12, which is $8.